And here we are in the last month of Dust. I guess we'll try to figure out what to do with ourselves. Hey Cal. Cal's in the door of the barn pulling a pair of stretchy gloves. Palominov's calving, he says by way of explanation. I gotta get in there to make sure everything's going okay. Do you need me? No, I was just checking on how you were doing. I think maybe we'll see. I wonder, I kind of want to see if I can gain any more with animals. At least get to that first notch, which means working on defense training. You and Nomi are practicing judo moves, chucking each other into semi-deflated poof shrooms, which have been set up like mats. You learn how to throw, but also to fall properly without getting hurt. It's pretty fun. The enormous mushrooms are surprisingly free and bounce you right back up. You try doing something funny. You yell cannonball and tuck into a ball for maximum bounce. Anemone braces herself from the shock wave from your jump and send her high in the air. She can't stop laughing as your training dissolves into a game about how high you can bounce each other. You are technically still learning about how to fall safety. You're just having fun while you do it. It's nice to hear her laughing like a kid again. I bet. And here we go! A super goal! And now it's the wet season again. Oh, I got a new perk. I leveled up in combat. Okay. And I'm pretty close to leveling up in animals too, but that only gives me one for animals. Hey Cal. Oh, bobber fruit. Yes. Hey Cal. I'm glad you're having fun with the cows. I'd love to be able to help you, but I just don't have that much energy, I think. I know that one of these, so this one gives 1 animals and that one does not, which is kind of the same as this, which also gives just 1 animals. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll hang out here again. Study humanity some more. Tang spots you down in the hallway. Oh, Solana, do you have a moment? You go on expeditions sometimes, right? She asked. At least far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor? Sure. It's a small thing, really. I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either, Tang replies. I simply need you to bring me some opie eggs the next time you come across a nest out there. I would ask Dee's, but, well, she makes an evocative, dismissive gesture. Why? For science, obviously, Tang replies. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Just bring me some eggs, or you can tell Chief Engineer why you're holding me back. I guess I'll keep an eye out for them. That's all I ask, Tang replies primly. They're quite common, if the reports from the foragers are to be believed. They tell me they commonly find nests in the Valley of Vertigo. It's positively lousy with them. Okay. Ooh, 40. And I got 3 stars with the super goal. now it's mid-wet and I think I need a break. So I guess I'll go say hi to Cal and then I'll go hang out in the gardens here with him. You visit your mom's little garden. There's a small shrine set up in her memory and your father, her favorite flowers, his old boots. On Earth, they used to put whole bodies into boxes and bury them underground. The colonies always skipped the decomposition step, using the process to quickly render bodies into nutrient-rich mulch. Your mom and dad stipulated that their remains would be used here, added to the dirt they tended to so lovingly. Sitting here, feel like they could be just around the corner. You can try talking to them. About what? How much I miss them? You spend some time talking in the general direction of the shrine about how much you miss your mom and dad and how unfair it is that they died so young. You know the whole colony is your family, but being orphaned at 16 is still a heavy blow. You imagine your mom ruffling your hair telling you to toughen up and getting a big, warm bear hug from your dad. You hear footsteps behind you and the creaking of a little garden gate. Cal kneels beside you and gazes at the shrine. I miss them too, he murmurs. I know I already have more parents than the average person, but your mom and dad were kind of like my parents too. They taught me everything I know about agriculture and how to care for animals. He smiles sadly. I hope I can be half the farmer they were. Cal is a great hugger, not too tight, not too familiar, but warm and strong and comforting. He reminds you a little bit of your dad, strong but sensitive. Thinking of your dad's hugs make you tear up a little, but Cal doesn't mind when you're sniffling against his shoulder. Thanks. You and Cal sit at contemplate your parents' memorial shrine for a little longer. Eventually, Cal has to get back to work. He lets you know it's okay to take the day off if you need to. And now that I'm feeling better, I kinda want to see if I can try to get out again. But I should say hi to Cal while I'm over here. I don't get it, Cal says, leaning on the fence and looking out towards where you can both see the soldiers milling around the garrison. Killing that alien when I was a kid was the most horrible thing I've ever done, and those will treat it like it's no big deal. They want to do it. He clenches his fist. They're murderers, but no one cares. I know, that's part of the problem is what was happening back on Earth, is animals were getting poached to death for no reason. I just want to learn about the animals and observe them in their natural habitats, and just let them hang out and be animals. Okay, and here we are, back at the plains. I guess we can see what's over here. You stop to admire the light glinting off the water of the shallow circular lake when you notice some strange rocks near your feet. They're pink and red, bobbing in the shallow water at the shore. The rocks are flashing golden yellow, this one, then that one, then a pause, then that one, then the first one again. You thought it was reflecting sunlight at first, but no, the rocks themselves are glowing. Repeat the pattern? You play a memory game with them, touching the stones of the pattern they give you. You feel emotions coming from the rocks, affection, interest, gratefulness. Somehow you understand they like the contact. Are they creatures or rocks? Sometimes the lines between the two can blur on Vertumna. They can't move, but learn about the world from the creatures who pass by and touch them. Like the way animals rub to leave their scent, these rocks entice animals to play with them and leave information about the world. You get a sense they're excited for your new scent. To what end? You don't know. Well, that was fun. Cute little rocks. Is there anything over here? Oh, there's a crystal cluster. Hello? The terrain here is strange. Some kind of smooth rock, covered in lichens and tiny plants. It's weirdly warm, and the spark still melts when it hits it. Huh. Okay. So that's 14. That one was 15. Okay, so here's... three. Okay, so now I just need 11. Oh wow! And 38! A 3-star super goal. After cautiously walking around it for a few minutes and observing quietly, you realize the ground is alive. It's rumbling very slightly. What you thought was just a rock slowly opens. It's an eye. It stares at you dreamily, and you stare back fascinated. This must be a very ancient creature, so vast it's completely merged into the surroundings. There are even trees growing out of it. A little animal, like a moth, which with huge webbed feet, lands between you and the massive eye and starts preening. The eye waits to focus on the moth, then slowly closes it again, in what you think might be contentment. After a minute, you feel a faint rumble under your feet, regular breathing in and out, snoring. You creep off the creature, careful not to wake it again. Cool! Ooh. Oh, hey, Nomi. You hear Nomi shouting for help nearby. You sprint to the sound of distress. Nomi seems to have fallen headfirst into some kind of Nomi-sized flower. Is it eating them? It's engulfed Nomi's upper torso, its petals pulsing as it pulls them further down. You could use a blast cutter to cut them out of there if you could figure out what part of the creature to cut it without hurting Nomi. Nomi is struggling and you hear muffled sounds of distress from inside. I have to try. Okay, 17. I think I can do this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 40 super goal. You delicately slice the lyre flower at the underside of the base of its flower, which you guess is the creature's neck. Up close, it actually looks more reptilian than plant-like. Just a little nick, and the creature coughs and convulses. Nomi spills forth at the flood of digestive juices. You, yuck, my outfit! Stupid flower! Nomi stomps and shakes their fist at the flower, which lurches away flat on a fat snake-like body. Nomi, you've got to be more careful. And there's something more over here. One of your jobs as a surveyor is to document the flora and fauna through photographs. You've spotted some kind of baby photosynth, all shaggy purple fur with leaves growing out of its head. It's grazing on top of a large mushroom cap. You built a camera into your holopalm, but it is not equipped to capture such difficult shots. You'll need to put in the work. I can try to photograph it. Okay. There. And 32. You climb up a tree and get an angle from above, not disturbing your subject. It comes out great, very avant-garde. Utopia is glad for the shot. Oh, yay, more medicinal root. Oh, another bush bug. A bush bug's blocking your path, lumbering slowly back and forth between a dense strands of gloop mush, or whatever those plants are called, in a wide circular lake. It's on some kind of patrol. It growls warningly when you try to squeeze past it, so you back off. From the looks of its eyes, this one isn't letting you through easily. Well, this is the only way forward. Hee hee. I wonder if I could even... Nope, that's actually less. Okay. We'll just keep it at 23. And 32. You sneak through the glob mushes, crawling under them so the bush bub doesn't see you. You nearly get stuck at one point and wonder, what if Dees has to come rescue you? That would be embarrassing. You find a route through and continue on your way. Mushwood, yes! There's something over here. The water in this pond is a slightly greener color than you're used to seeing. It smells sweet, but kind of acidic too. That's odd. Yes! There's not much to find out here, but the peaceful atmosphere is great for contemplation. You'll find a particularly beautiful little plateau where you can see the plains spread out before you like a picnic blanket, the round lakes dotting the land and glimmering mirrors in the sky. Dees is scouting further ahead. He was eager to find some adventure. Well, last time we stopped to meditate, so maybe we can try catching up with Dees? There's no adventure where Dees is either. This is some peaceful territory right here. Boring. Dees, why don't you appreciate the peacefulness of it? Okay. Another bush bug. You'll hear Dees shouting nearby to come quick and look at this. You meet up with Dees on a curiously clean part of the path. There's no twigs, pebbles, bits of grass, or ubiquitous thorns, moss, scales that litter this area. It almost looks like it's been swept clean. And there, in the middle of a perfect circle 3 meters wide, is what you could only describe as a shrine. A hollow waist-length structure made from twigs and packed and spark snow from the centerpiece around it are deliberately spaced piles of colorful fruit, flowers, and glittering stones, like an offering. I guess we'll see what happens. What's this? No. Oh. Now I only need 7. And now 40. You hang out for hours but don't discover anything except how boring an idea this was. Dees takes a nap. You're almost falling asleep when something shovels into the clearing. It's a bush bug! It crawls slowly down the path. It stops to pick up a pop flower. It stops to pick up a stone. When it arrives at the shrine, it carefully places the flower in the pile of flowers and a stone in the pile of stones. Then it picks up the stone and repositions it, just so. You wonder if this creature is somehow religious, or is it trying to attract a mate with this little show of decor? There's so much you don't know about the animals that live here. You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. Well, that was a really cool animal, and I'm glad we got to explore. And now, it's glow season once more, so we'll see what's going to happen next time.